recording. Uh, and Konnichiwa, and welcome to another podcast of the NC1 County Anime Group. This is our 297th podcast.
Really? 297 without me. You finally got me on here.
Let me first kind of introduce a friend of mine and one of our members of the NC1 County Anime Group, Nathan Ryder. I have talked about Nathan in previous podcasts.
You have my back. Thank you very much.
Well, I told people I missed you at meetings.
Yeah. I'm teasing.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, Nathan and me go back quite far. Very, let me see if I'm right. We go back quite far apart from each other.
Yeah, well, I've been with the group, technically, I guess you could say, for a number of years.
About,
Since you started meeting at the Monstore.
about 2005 at least.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait a minute, 2004, excuse me. My mistake, because we started in 2003.
Yeah, it's been a while. Almost since the beginning.
Yeah. I think the first time you showed up was when we were doing the Mika Takahashi marathon.
That might have been it. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember, but you're right. I think that is correct. When we were watching Rowan and Miyashi and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while though.
Yeah, and we both worked Con Carolinas together.
Numerous times. Yes, doing various things. You usually work the fan tables, as I remember.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy doing those things. I'm going to be kind of busy this coming January. I'm going to be doing panels at Ichiban Con.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Are you going to be doing that same one you told me about last year? I can't remember.
I'm doing only one repeat, and that's the Christianity and anime panel. All the rest of them are going to be brand new panels, practically. I'm doing one panel that I'm going to try to get JR to help me on it. It's called Gonzo Rocks, and we're going to do a history of Gonzo Studios.
Oh, right. Took me a moment to remember who they did.
Well, they did Samurai 7, Black Cat,
Right.
I think it's one of theirs. The Gonzo Last Exile, definitely.
Right, I remember that one. That's an interesting sort of steampunk style anime there.
Hmm. I have to admit that the drawings of the ships and stuff in my style, and the uniforms, like some of them were dressed up like from the French Revolution, and
Well,
some,
actually, it was more based upon British and, you're right, French uniforms, but of the post-Napoleonic era.
yeah,
We're
I would
talking
agree with
more
you.
we're talking more of the Victorian and a bit onward from that. Of course, Victorian is like 20 or 60 years rather, but
Hmm.
yeah, it was meant to be somewhat. I don't know if you're familiar with the term steampunk.
Oh yes,
Which
I
is
have.
Victorian
Believe it.
style sci-fi. It was meant to be something. But go on.
Yeah, like at what the HellCon that one year they had people from the Steampunk Justice League of America.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. That was a hoot.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that was it was meant to be a sort of a steampunk style anime, I guess you could say. But yeah, it was certainly a very interesting show. It was not a very long story if I remember correctly. It was only like
Well, believe it or not, they started a new an XL season over in Japan right now. About up to I think maybe about the fifth or sixth episode. I could be wrong. But it's a new story altogether. And
Is it a reboot or what is it exactly?
a brand new storyline. From what people told me, I hadn't had a chance to go online and actually sit down and watch the episodes yet. I'm planning to sometime in the future, or else I may wait until it does get licensed over here in the United States and picked up.
Right.
Because like Last Exile I heard did sell very well.
Yes, it was rather popular.
Hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised that sometime down in the future you would see Last Exile return
Mhm.
as a series.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Uh,
That is.
mhm. Yeah, it's very difficult with a camera.
Yes, yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for moving all around.
Well, I don't think they mind it too much. Um, one other anime that kind of I wanted to talk to you about, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, I've seen it. Um, yes, it's the one about the archaeology. Well, it's not. That's the backstory. I should
Yeah,
say. It's the post-apocalyptic. Um,
animated series.
yes.
Sort of runs in the same criteria, let's say, as Akira, because that was a
Mhm.
apocalyptic story in it.
Yeah.
The Japanese have a fun little thing about doing stories sometimes that don't always have happy endings in it.
Well, no, no, no. That I don't have a problem with.
Uh-huh.
Um, I do like the series though, and it's not because simply because doesn't have a happy ending. And I'll explain this. I'll explain why. All right. So you start out the series completely in the dark as to what these things are, what these strange powers are, etc. You have no fucking clue what's going on. You get a few episodes in. Okay, you learn. Okay, so that's what that is. Um, you go a little farther, and then what? Oh, all right. So sort of things continue in this sort of gradually revealing themselves vein.